What the fez is going on, guys? It's Glenn, the movie guru. I am back. Did you miss me? What's up, guys? I'm back. Keep in mind, my stuff will contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen the show yet, stop watching, go back, come back. Top 5, and number 5, we have the freeing of the slaves. That was good. They picked up from right where they left off in the last episode to having Grey Worm sneak in, do his little speech about freedom and how he was freed, and how I'm just gonna call her Danny because I know it's the whole name is just too long to begin with, or Khaleesi, we can call her that, but Danny's easier for me to remember because it's kind of late. So after Danny, showed up in the last episode and wanted to free the slaves, we got a little backstory on, or continuation of that story, and I actually liked it. Didn't show a big fight or any of that stuff, which was fine with me. I mean, we didn't really need to see the big fight, but I liked how it was very, the slaves freed themselves with her help from Grey Worm. Number 4, we have Margie sneaking into the new king's bedroom. That was actually pretty funny, because it was kind of like one of those, like, ooh, because the kid's only supposed to be, I think, like 14 or something in the TV show, and she's way older than that, because I know Joffrey was 17 in the TV show. So there was that whole Iggy factor, but it was kind of funny because the way she had the Kruger thing going on there. But you kind of have to take out the whole. That's what they did back in the day because it's HBO and that's what they were going for, was that whole like, oh, your mom doesn't need to know about this, and get her claws into the new king. So, number 3, we have the Oathkeeper. Finally, we got the name of the episode, which pertains to Jaime's sword that he had gotten, made with Valyrian steel from his father. Well, him and Cersei had their little back and forth of, did you think your brother did it? Do you think his wife did it? Oh, you were supposed to return the girls to Catelyn Stark, and now that she's dead, you don't really have a reason to do that. Well, Jaime's still on his little quest, so to speak, to get the kids, I guess, to the heir is where they're going, where Sansa's aunt is, which is where she's heading anyway, with Littlefinger, which that's another side note. I'll talk about him in a minute. That was good. And then just him going to Brienne and having this conversation about, keeping the oath and what should we name the sword, and she's like, Oathkeeper, so that way, they still have their bond, and he's still trying to be a good man, even though after last week's episode, you kind of were like, oh boy, they either screwed up how they edited that or what, but yeah, that's a whole other topic we can talk about. Number 2, we found out who killed King Joffrey, and that turned out to be, if I was actually watching it properly and picked up on it, Littlefinger. He was behind the whole incident because of the necklace that I forgot the guy's name, gave Sansa, and one of the jewels was missing. That was the thing they used to poison Joffrey, and I guess the the grandmother, Margie, her name escapes me. I know she's the Queen of Thorns. She was the one who did the poisoning, which kind of makes sense if you think about it, because the way she was talking about him being a brute, and she did her a favor. So I never read the book, so I couldn't tell you if that's exactly how it happened. And number one, we have the drinking from the skull and the whole Night's Watch revolt and what happened after that whole situation, and how they came across Bran, Jon Snow's brother. With the skull, didn't know until he started talking about it that was the Night's Watch commander that they had killed, and it was just so disturbing on so many levels, from what they were doing, to the girls. It's a very disturbing scene. And then the baby that was born, that they left out in the cold for the White Walkers. That was actually pretty interesting. I thought that was a good way to end it, and I'm sure they're gonna talk more about that down the road. But so we get a little backstory on that whole White Walkers thing and how they're created, rather than just reanimated. So, my review. I have to say I liked this episode. I thought this episode was probably, I'm going to say, a 3 out of a 5. I mean, just because it was a slow-paced episode, but most of the Games of Thrones are slow-paced. And it was 10 times better than the first episode, because we're getting reintroduced in the first episode to the characters. And, yeah, there's just so many characters in this series. And, what else? Let's see. All in all, great acting. I loved the... you're probably going to pan me for this, but anything Jon Snow's in, I like. And him and the wildling girl, I want to say Egret, when they were last season, when they were together, they were great, And I mean, now they're back at the Night Watch, and it's kind of getting repetitive. But anything he's in, and now him with this guy Locke, who was, I don't think he had a hand with killing Catelyn Stark, but he's in cahoots with Rooster. And yeah, so I wonder where they're going with that. They're most likely, he's on the search for Bran, which now they're going to go to. The guy's name escapes me, but the guy who was drinking from the skull, they're going to meet up with him and kill him, most likely, and all the Night's Watch that revolted. And he's going to probably turn on them at some point. So, yeah, all in all, I liked the episode. I thought it was very good. And can't wait to see what they're going to do for next week's. It's great. I mean, yeah. So anyway, tell me what you guys think. Sorry I'm rambling on, but, it's kind of late, and I'm trying to refresh my memory as to what happened. So, anyway, let me know, and I will talk to you guys later. Alright? Bye. 1, 2, 3. What's up, guys? How are you doing? I'm back. So, we're going to do our next... I gotta stop saying so. Anyway. 1, 2, 3. What's up?